Hello, I am Simulator Dirk and welcome for the first time to Airport Sim, which is now a part of my Flying High playlist, where aviation episodes will play on Fridays. I'll be getting back into Microsoft Flight Simulator soon, but first, before we do that, let's play some Airport Sim. Now, what Airport Sim is, it's not designed so you take this Airbus A320neo and go for a flight. That's not designed for that at all. What it is designed for you is to do all the airport jobs, the bagging, the refueling, telling the aircraft where to go when it's on the ground mark. Follow me, Captain. The tugs, the super tugs, that sort of thing. So all I've done so far is adjusted the screen and resolution and music for my purposes. I've seen a couple of videos in passing, but let's get on with it and we'll go straight into the tutorial. And we'll have a look. So we've got tablet, follow me, marshalling, chocks and cones, GPU, so that's the ground power unit, passenger stairs, catering, the shuttle bus, the jetway, luggage for a 737, luggage for an A320, so refueling for the 737 and the 320, push back and walk around. So we've got a fair bit to cover and we'll do all of that on this episode. So let's have a look at the tablet. Let's just work in order. Even though this is probably the wrong order, you probably wouldn't go straight from the tablet, follow me, but we'll just go in order. So that's the belt loader. That's one of the things we'll be operating. So that's for luggage. Right, let's get into it.
Welcome to the beautiful Vagar Airport, situated on the Faroe Islands. In this tutorial, you'll learn everything you need to know about the tablet. The tablet is an important part of the gameplay, as it's your primary source of information. It features everything you need to know to be able to perform tasks on the ground.
Roger that. Okay. That's interesting. So you can alright, so we close that. Alright. Press, so I'm on a controller, so press up D-pad to open tablet.
In the first tab from the left, named Operations, you'll discover and find all data about incoming and outgoing flights you're due to handle.
Okay, cool. So we can see here that we've got an arrival from Warsaw, flight Alpha Sierra 316 at 1:23. That's landed. That's parked at stand 4. Now we need to secure the area around stand number 4 and connect the stairs. So this is giving us like a checklist. Alright, so we'll close that.
In the Map tab, as the name suggests, there's a map of the airport displaying your current position and all available vehicles and aircraft to be used.
So we'll... Okay, we're not... Okay.
And in the final tab named Weather, you'll find all the options available to manipulate weather conditions at your present location.
Okay, copy that.
We shall discuss each of these tabs in detail.
Okay.
The screen is divided into two columns. The left-hand side acts as a timetable for all flights that are scheduled to take place at the airport on the present day, but divided into arrivals and departures. At the top, there's a button that filters the flights and shows only the ones you're assigned to handle on the day.
Yeah, that's cool. So I don't know if we can... Oh no, we're not supposed to select that.
Each flight is displayed in an ordered grid where all the information you'll need is displayed. Arrival time, flight number, arrival or departure location, and stand number are located on the left.
Yeah, that's cool.
The right-hand side displays a list of tasks you'll have to complete when handling the aircraft.
Okay, cool.
To view the tasks are arranged in the order in which they should be completed.
Okay, so don't go out of order.
When you complete an action, it will be crossed off, and those which are yet to be performed have empty markers on the left side of each task title.
Okay, cool.
Now we'll head to the Map tab.
Oh, this is
Whilst
cool.
at Vagar, you won't need the map too much. However, at larger airports such as Keflavik or Warsaw, it will be a major player in getting to where you need to be. The map features will show you the quickest route to your destination and, in addition, the location of available airport vehicles, aircraft and aircraft stands. Pretty much everything to help you navigate the apron.
Okay, cool.
To navigate the map, use the controls displayed on screen. To zoom in and out, use the controls displayed on screen.
Do you want us to do that? No.
To rotate the view, use the controls displayed on screen.
Because down in the left-hand corner it says control locks and the tablet switch locks, so they don't want us to actually do any of this at the moment.
The GPS view is always centered on your position and rotates around it.
And this is cool.
And finally, the weather tab. At the top, you'll notice that two different clocks are displayed. The first one, from the left, displays the local time at the airport, and the second one shows UTC time, which is used as a common time zone in aviation.
Yep, cool.
UTC time is calculated relative to the prime meridian, passing through the famous town in the United Kingdom, Greenwich, which is also known as the centre of time.
Used to be known as Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT. It's now UTC. Universal time control, I think.
Below the clocks, you'll find a slider that allows you to manipulate the time in Airport Sim.
Okay, cool.
And under the slider, you'll find a calendar where you can select any date. Try it for yourself and see how the height of the sun changes depending on the time of year.
So that's cool. They don't actually want us to do that now, but that's cool.
The live button will automatically set the date, time and weather conditions to what they currently are in your present location. In this instance, the weather data is fetched and based upon the most recent METAR weather data at Vagar Airport.
So that's cool. You can actually use the live weather at the airport that you're playing in. That's cool.
The apply button is used to apply the selected time in-game. At the very bottom, there are weather presets that you will be able to select to recreate predefined weather conditions.
So hypothetically, if you select storm, ground handlers shouldn't be working in a storm. So it's like, okay, everyone in the shelter, go back to the office. You shouldn't be outside. You shouldn't be on the apron.
Some selected conditions, such as cloud cover and storm, cannot be manipulated once applied. Using the sliders, you'll be able to change and adjust individual weather conditions. On the left, there is a visualization of the cloud height. The lower line corresponds to the height of the cloud base above sea level. The upper line displays the height of cloud tops above sea level.
Yeah, this is cool.
Adjustments of weather conditions are done in real time and do not need to be applied like time changes.
And I also should point out this is on the day of release and I'm actually recording, even though the episode won't necessarily appear at the time of recording.
Good job. You've now learned how to use the tablet in Airport Sim. In the next tutorial, you'll be on your way to learning the basics of ground handling.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go to tutorials menu. And we'll just go in order. So follow me. So there's a tug. Loads quickly.
Now, you'll learn about one of the most essential vehicles contributing to the everyday function of an airport, the Follow Me vehicle. Its general purpose is to guide aircraft to designated parking gates or specific areas of the airport safely. It's used when arriving pilots are unfamiliar with the airport or when the aircraft requires special support during taxiing. We will be using the black and yellow checkered Follow Me vehicle parked at the terminal for this task. Approach and enter the vehicle.
Okay, so it's actually guiding us to where the vehicle is. It's over there. Left-hand drive, X to enter.
An inbound aircraft will be arriving soon, and I have received information that the crew has requested Follow Me support. Start the vehicle and activate its warning lights.
Press R.
Open the tablet and switch to the Map tab. You will see the route to meet the aircraft at the designated taxiway intersection. Remember that every aircraft moving on the apron has priority on taxiways and intersections. Drive on the designated roads on the apron near the terminal.
Okay, so the plane's due to arrive at 2:09, plane 123 from Warsaw. So I presume that later on you can actually turn all these markings off. I'm going to keep them down.
so that the back of your vehicle is facing the aircraft's nose.
So of course you're...
Now, you need to activate the Follow Me sign on the roof of your vehicle so that the pilot knows to follow you. Follow the instructions displayed on screen.
So turn on the Follow Me sign. Right bumper.
Great! Now follow the map's path directions to the parking area assigned to this aircraft.
Oh, that's...
Maintain a speed of about 30 kilometers an hour. Stay within sight of the pilots and do not stray too far from the aircraft. The distance between you and the aircraft should never be less than 100 meters or more than 250 meters. If you need the aircraft to stop suddenly, press the displayed button, which activates the stop sign on your vehicle's display. Great! Now follow the map's path directions to the parking area assigned to this aircraft. Maintain a speed of about 30 kilometers an hour. Stay within sight of the pilots and do not stray too far from the aircraft. The distance between you and the aircraft should never be less than 100 meters or more than 250 meters. If you need the aircraft to stop suddenly, press the displayed button, which activates the stop sign on your vehicle's display.
Well, that's cool. Okay, let's do it. So about 30 kilometers an hour.
parking area thanks to your guidance. Drive to the end and park on the service road in the designated area. Constantly conscious of the traffic of other aircraft on the airport apron and triple check which stand you need to bring the aircraft to. See you later.
See you later. Alright, so that's cool. Alright, so we did follow me. Let's do marshalling next, because we'll just go in order.
In this tutorial, you will learn how to work as an aircraft marshaller. Some of the gates are equipped with an automatic visual docking guidance system, or AVDGS, which, just like a marshaller, except digital, also guides an aircraft correctly into parking gates. The remaining stands that do not have this system are handled by a member of ground crew to marshal aircraft in. The goal is for the marshaller to assist the pilot in accurately maneuvering the aircraft onto the correct parking tee. The cockpit crew sit above the main wheel of the aircraft and don't have clear visibility to provide an exact idea of its location. So it's crucial this process is accurately managed from the outside to result in the most correct parking position, allowing equipment such as jetways to properly and safely connect to the aircraft. As you can see, the correct points or parking tees are marked on the central line where the aircraft is supposed to park. Each aircraft should stop with its front wheel on the line. At Vagar, there are special cases where the lines are painted and marked differently than usual. Pilots must make an almost 90-degree turn so that the ground markings are visible correctly when they approach the stand head-on, and the lines are marked by perpendicular lines or lines that mark the end or beginning of a turn. Each gate is marked by a white or red line. No objects or vehicles should be present within their range unless the gate is specifically not in use. As you can see at the first stand, there are cones lying there. Your task is to clear the stand and move them to a safe place. We have a designated area where you must carry the cones to.
Alright, clear the parking stands from the cones. Alright. There we go. This is so cool. Supposed to put them. So these were probably the cones that we're talking about. These were probably the cones I was talking about. I've got too many cones in my stand, in my parking area X.
An aircraft is already approaching the stand. Take up position by the stand, following the information displayed on the screen.
Alright, so we'll head over. Enter marshal mode.
The aircraft has now positioned itself at the base of the stand. Guide it to the second T, which is highlighted. Remember that the parked aircraft's front wheels must be on the line, and the aircraft itself should be as parallel to it as possible. Follow the controls displayed on screen to guide the aircraft.
No, we didn't do it.
Great! You have just learned how to marshal an aircraft onto a stand safely and accurately. See you next time!
We didn't really do it, did we? So let's do it again.
In this tutorial, you will learn how to work as an aircraft marshaller. Some of the gates are equipped with an automatic visual docking guidance system, or AVDGS, which, just like a marshaller, except digital, also guides an aircraft correctly into parking gates. The remaining stands that do not have this system are handled by a member of ground crew to marshal aircraft in. The goal is for the marshaller to assist the pilot in accurately maneuvering the aircraft onto the correct parking tee. The cockpit crew sit above the main wheel of the aircraft and don't have clear visibility to provide an exact idea of its location. So it's crucial this process is accurately managed from the outside to result in the most correct parking position, allowing equipment such as jetways to properly and safely connect to the aircraft. As you can see, the correct points or parking tees are marked on the central line where the aircraft is supposed to park. Each aircraft should stop with its front wheel on the line. At Vagar, there are special cases where the lines are painted and marked differently than usual. Pilots must make an almost 90-degree turn so that the ground markings are visible correctly when they approach the stand head-on, and the lines are marked by perpendicular lines or lines that mark the end or beginning of a turn. Each gate is marked by a white or red line. No objects or vehicles should be present within their range unless the gate is specifically not in use. As you can see at the first stand, there are cones lying there. Your task is to clear the stand and move them to a safe place. We have a designated area where you must carry the cones to.
Alright, so let's pick up our cone. So we didn't have to worry about those cones over there at all. Whoops. Because it pointed us in the direction of the cones over there, that's why. X.
An aircraft is already approaching the stand. Take up position by the stand, following the information displayed on the screen.
Alright, hang on. 3, 2, 1. Marshal mode.
The aircraft has now positioned itself at the base of the stand. Guide it to the second tee, which is highlighted. Remember that the parked aircraft's front wheels must be on the line, and the aircraft itself should be as parallel to it as possible. Follow the controls displayed on screen to guide the aircraft.
No, we're not.
Great! You have just learned how to marshal an aircraft onto a stand safely and accurately. See you next time!
Well, we didn't actually, but that's not easy. Chocks and cones.
In this tutorial, you will learn how to secure an aircraft in its place at a gate following standard safety procedures. You will do this with the use of chocks to be placed under all the aircraft's wheels and cones to be placed at critical areas around the aircraft, where we do not want curious passengers or unauthorized personnel approaching. As you can see, a plane is approaching the gate. Collect a full set of wheel chocks at the indicated area.
Alright, so these are wheel chocks.
The aircraft has arrived at the gate, and its engines and all beacon lights are switched off. You may safely approach the aircraft's front set of wheels. Place a set of chocks under the wheels. To do this, approach and point at the front wheels and press the displayed button to place a set of chocks. Great! I think you've got the hang of it. Repeat the same process for the rear left and right wheel sets. Now head over to the indicated set of cones. To raise them, press the displayed button, click the displayed button to rotate them upwards, and use the displayed button to position them.
Oh, do we have to
To
do it?
throw the object, hold down the displayed button. Just like with the chocks, place the cones in their indicated areas. The order in which you do this doesn't matter.
It's a shame you can't pick up more than one cone at a time. We'll do it in front of the engines first, because that's most important. It'd be a lot easier if we can do more than one cone at a time. I've got a couple more to go. So I like how they're gradually working you up to do things. Just short.
Now, the bypass pin needs to be inserted into its slot on the strut of the front wheels. The purpose of this pin is to prevent the cockpit crew from having any steering control of this wheel. as it can pose a danger to the crew on the ground if moved accidentally. It also allows the ground crew to take control of steering of the aircraft by bypassing the aircraft's pressurized hydraulic systems during a pushback procedure. You'll learn more about this in another tutorial. Now approach the front wheel and firmly insert the bypass pin in its slot indicated by the marker. Congratulations! You have just prepared and secured the aircraft for parking and further servicing. Now we will present you with the same scenario but in reverse. You'll need to collect all the previously placed safety articles efficiently and safely. At Vagar Airport, we have a unique situation where an aircraft can leave the stand and taxi without being pushed back onto the taxiway. This means the final step of this process will be taking the bypass pin out of the front gear strut, and the aircraft can go on its way. The aircraft has already been serviced and is waiting for it to be released from the ground crew's hands. Each parking gate or parking stand is identified by a red or white perimeter outline. When the aircraft is in motion and its engines are running, no unnecessary objects, vehicles or personnel should be inside this area. This is due to the risk of the aircraft colliding with a vehicle or unwanted objects being sucked into the engine. If such a situation occurs and the area is not clear, you'll be notified through your in-game tablet. Collect the cones and wheel chocks and place them in safe areas outside the parking stand's perimeter. Finally, head back over to the aircraft, remove the bypass pin and leave the area.
Oh, one of them back over there, okay. Because I don't think you should have it on the road here. So we need to be out of the red marked area once we've collected all the equipment. So the ones right near the engines you should probably place first, remove last. By the way, I have never been a ground worker. Having said that, I've seen this procedure done plenty of times. Everything's well modelled. So there's a list of partners here. Airbus, Atlantic Airways, Enter Air, Goldharter, Warsaw Chopin Airport, MK Studios, TLD, Wallbox, Welcome Airport Services, Wizz. I've actually flown on Wizz. Wallard International, I've also flown Norwegian. Alright, now can we... Now this will be interesting to see. No, we can't pick up a witch's hat, as I'd call them in Australia, known as cones or traffic cones pretty much universally everywhere else. Alright, we've removed all of our witch's hats, all of our cones. We'll remove the chocks. I think, were we supposed to put the chocks? Or can we collect all the chocks at once? Oh, I think we collect all the chocks at once. So we'll approach from this side. Okay, so you just don't pick up one and then, unlike the cones, alright, pick up the chock there. Chocks have been removed. Oh, can we? Oh, we can pick up the pin.
Congratulations! You have completed the training on securing an aircraft when parked at a gate.
Cool. So what we might do, we might leave it there. I didn't realise how long all this was going to take. I've been Simulator Dirk, you've been wonderful, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe out there. Watch out for aircraft. And bye for now.